You're looking amazing.
Where are you, sir?
Look at her. She's looking gorgeous. Wow.
Where
Wow.
are you, sir? I am waiting for you.
Okay. Okay. I don't believe it. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. In a classroom, there is a bride, who is saying she's waiting for the teacher and the classmates. Okay.
He's
Zafri, are
getting
you
married.
traveling?
I can't hear you, sir. Sir, I want to dance with you. Please come and join with me.
Oh, I wish I could. Okay.
Sir, are you coming or not?
Uh,
Not. Please,
I think
please.
I don't know. I will definitely try to
You
come.
are at home, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
think you are at
so
home, sir.
I'm so exhausted as well.
अब तो आना पड़ेगा. अब
Yeah, I know.
कोई कुछ नहीं होगा, कुछ नहीं चलेगा सरकार.
Okay. I will come after the class. I'll come. Don't worry. So you're not gonna be here, are you? This way? Go get busy. Do other things. Okay. You are getting your henna on your hands. Okay,
Sir,
interesting.
please come, sir.
Thank you so
Please
much,
come. I'm
Tani, for the
waiting for you.
invitation. I will definitely try to come. Okay. All right.
Bye, sir.
See ya. See ya.
Bye,
Have fun,
bye.
Tani. Have fun. Have fun. Have a good time, Tani. We're all very happy for you.
Rafi, are you in Bihar Sharif? Okay, sir.
He's traveling. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. He has reached Danapur in 2 hours.
Bye.
Bye bye, Tani. Have a good time, Tani. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your evening. Bye bye. Well, and Zafri, be careful on the road. Yasmin, ma'am, how are you doing?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Hey, good evening, Sumit. Welcome back.
Yes. He was calling you like he's going to get married with you.
No. Just wanted, to just make it, a little memorable. Okay. So, guys, there was a very important condition yesterday I put for you that you need to do this, and I'm going to make a lot of changes. In every class from the elementary level, every student has to go through the text, not read, translate it into Hindi as well. At the elementary level, it's easy, and they can do it. So they have to write the translation of the sentences. And the parts that they don't understand, they'll highlight and send it to me with a highlighter. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. This is important. वो छूट जाते हैं, but लापरवाह student छूट जाते हैं इसी वजह से. At least, I'll put a little bit extra pressure on them. Positive motivation, maybe. Hello, Lena. Welcome back, Maria. Is that your
Hello.
cat, Lena? Is that your cat?
Yes.
Uh, uh, when did you get it? When did you have it first? How many years ago? Is it a new cat for you?
She is maybe 5 years.
With you. Okay. She's been with
Yeah.
you for 5 years. Welcome,
Yeah.
Rasana.
Hello, teacher.
Thank you for letting Sumit know about the homework. And Sumit is a sincere student. He doesn't forget to do his homework usually. And it's important, guys, that you go through the text. Ask yourself which parts are difficult, which parts are easy, right? Because I want to help you with the difficult parts more. So, shall we start reading? Okay, what's her story? How did she become a stunt woman? We are talking about Dinah Grant. Yeah, Zafri, I saw that. I think I explained that one line. Uh, I leave a day's work in my own car. As long as I leave a day's work in my own car, it means as long as I return home in my car rather than an ambulance, I will not complain, right? I will say it was a good day. Hmm. So now, how did she become a stunt woman? Dinah Grant. Dinah grew up in New Zealand. Grew up is the past form of grow up. Okay. Grew up is the past form of grow up. Dinah grew up in New Zealand. Now we can form a question. Where did Dinah grow up? And we know she grew up in New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Hmm. Yeah. Give me a second. Dinah grew up in New Zealand and was always keen gymnast. We have heard the word keen before as an adjective.
Yes.
It means passionate, very interested in something, a keen learner of English, a keen student, a keen gymnast. Okay. She was always a keen gymnast. She was always a keen gymnast and horse rider. She was always a keen gymnast and a horse rider. Yeah. She was 18 when two friends who were working as stuntmen, okay, notice this information, who were working as stuntmen, you can see a comma here and a comma here. This tells you that if you drop this part, the sentence is still pretty much complete. She was 18 when two friends asked her. Okay, this is extra information about. Okay, tell me, this line, this part, who were working as a stuntman, is this part helping you recognize who those two friends were, or this part is just adding extra information about the two friends? That's the question. This part, who were working as a stuntman, is this part helping you recognize the two friends, or is it just extra information about the two friends? What do you think?
Sir, I think the sentence is doing the both the work.
Hmm. Okay. Okay,
It's the
Sumit,
extra information from the friends.
I want to know how your mind perceives this part. Okay. She was 18 when two friends who were working as a stuntman. Okay. Now, I want to know from you, how do you perceive this part, who were working as stuntmen? Is this part helping you recognize the two friends, or is this part extra information about the two friends?
It is an
Recognize the
extra
difference.
information
It's
about the
extra
two friends.
information about the two friends.
Exactly. And that's why we see the comma here, okay? If this part was to recognize somebody, then you would not see the comma. I would like to give an example so that you can understand the role of this comma here. Think of a sentence. The girl who sits next to me is very beautiful. The girl who sits next to me is very beautiful. Now, when I say this sentence, who sits next to me?
The girl
This
who is very
part,
beautiful.
Girl
the
who is very
the
beautiful.
the girl who sits next to me is very beautiful. Now my point is, there is no comma after the girl before who. Why? Because who sits next to me is helping us understand, recognize the girl. Which girl? The girl who sits next to me. Okay, so who sits next to me is doing the job of an adjective, if you guys understand. The girl who sits next to me, which girl?
Who sits next to you?
Right. Now listen to this one. My friend, comma, who sits next to me, comma, is very intelligent. My friend Raju, my friend Dan, my friend Peter, comma, who sits next to me, comma, is very intelligent. Now the same part who sits next to me is extra information about my friend Peter. My friend Peter, comma, who sits next to me, comma, is very intelligent. Who is very intelligent?
Your
My
friend
friend Peter. My friend Peter.
Peter,
So
who
we
sits.
already know this. Who is intelligent? My friend Peter. Okay.
Yeah.
Now there is extra information about Peter. He sits next to me. Got it?
And we will add it between two commas.
Yeah, exactly. My friend Peter, comma, who sits next to me, comma, is very intelligent. Everybody understood this?
Yes.
But when I say the boy who sits next to me is very intelligent, there will be no comma. Do you understand this, everybody? The boy who sits next to me is very intelligent. There will be no comma before who. No comma needed. Because who sits next to me is doing the job of an adjective, is identifying the boy. Who? Which boy? The boy who sits next to me is very intelligent. Please write down both the sentences for future reference later. You can revise it. My friend Peter, comma, who sits next to me, comma, is very clever. Okay. The boy, no comma, the boy who sits next to me is very clever. No comma needed. And please understand this arrangement. This comma plays a very important role. Whenever you see this comma, understand that there is extra information.
Information.
She was 18 when two friends asked her, and what do we know about those two friends? They were working as stuntmen. This is extra information about the two friends. Okay. She was 18 when two friends, comma, who were working as a stuntman, asked her to audition. Asked her to audition.
Audition.
Now, I want to ask you, when I'm reading this sentence, what do you hear? A verb or a noun? What do you hear? Hold on. Hello, Aditya? Yes. Macro था बेटा, macro. Macro. हाँ. साड़ी के लिए बोल दो ना कि साड़ी बनाना उसका थान का कपड़ा का. Okay? Macro कपड़ा चाहिए. Is auntie with you? Okay. And Aditi too? It's only auntie and you? Okay, fine. If you need any help, call me, okay? Fine. Let's see. Asked her to audition. When I say this, asked her to audition, then what do you hear? You hear a verb or you hear a noun? Asked her to audition.
Noun.
So I feel it's verb.
Okay, Rasana, Maria, answer, Kalpana. Asked her to audition. Her friends asked her to audition to be a stunt woman. Asked her to go, asked her to read, asked her to sleep, asked her to
Play.
eat, asked her to play, asked her to translate, asked her to shout, asked her to cry, asked her to shut up. So all these are verbs. Ask somebody to do something. Ask somebody to do
To do
something.
something.
Ask somebody to do
To
something.
do something.
My father asked me to leave my house. Leave his house, rather. My father asked me to leave his house. Okay. So they were working as stuntmen, those two friends. What did they say to her? Hey, why don't you audition? Hey, why don't you audition to be a
Audition.
stunt woman? Why don't you audition to be a stunt woman? So audition is a noun, no doubt, but here It is being used as a verb. As you can see, it is a verb too. In this sentence, it is a verb. So, guys, there is a very clear cut message. The part of a speech of a word depends on the way the word has been used in a sentence. If somebody gives you the word audition and says, "What is it?" you can definitely write it is a noun, no problems. But if somebody asks you, "Tell me, what is this word audition here?" you'll say it is a verb. Her friends asked her to audition to be a stunt woman. So when you audition, you go and give an audition. Understand? You
Yes.
say, please, audition is a process where they ask you to do certain things in front of the camera and then they decide whether you are good enough or not. Okay? For example, suppose a film director is making a big film about something, and I think I can be a part of it. Okay. So I go with my portfolio and I present it and I ask them, maybe they will say, okay, come for an audition, come for an audition. Then I will go, they will ask me to do something, maybe deliver some dialogues in front of the camera, and they will see how I look, how I appear, how I do it. If they feel satisfied, they will select me, or otherwise they'll say, come later, come another time. Okay. They will reject me. So, audition is that process through which a director selects actors and many other people, not only actors here. She was asked to audition to be a stunt woman. Right? Okay. On a TV show called Xena Warrior Princess, or Xena Warrior Princess. Okay. Asked her to audition to be a stunt woman on a TV show. She was going to be a stunt woman on a TV show. What was the TV show called? Xena Warrior Princess. This was the name of the TV show. And her friends asked her to audition for this show. How old was she at back then? She was 18 years old. Why did her friends ask her to do this? Why did her friends ask her to why did her friends ask her to audition? Arish, why are you off camera, Arish? Why are you off camera, Sunita?
So because she was physically fit and she was also doing it.
Because her friends knew that she was very interested in horse riding, gymnastics. Okay, she was very interested in gymnastics. So such people can be can easily become a a stunt woman. Okay, it's easy for them. Harish, why are you off camera, Harish? Respond. Harish, Harish, are you there, Harish? We cannot hear you. We cannot see you, and we don't know whether you are there. Sunita, are you there? Sunita. Okay. Zafri is riding the bike. Kalpana is here. Kalpana, you're here, Kalpana?
Yes, sir.
Yasmin ma'am is, of course, here. She messaged me that she is busy. Yasmin ma'am, you were going to be part of a party or something. You were going to attend a party or something.
Yes, sir. I'm getting my friends to pick
Well,
up me.
ma'am, this is what I say. On days like this, it is amazing that you can still be in a class, even though you're going to be so busy if you have some time because it's an online class. But I feel a little let down with the students who decide not to respond, when I'm talking to them, and they say that they are here to learn English. I don't believe it. You know, do they have any common sense? Why don't they explain their situation to me? Okay. Anyways, she didn't know anything about the profession. When her friend suggested this, you know, she didn't know anything about the profession and didn't expect to get the job. Very important. She didn't expect to get the job. Why didn't she expect to get the job?
Because she didn't know anything about the profession.
Didn't know anything about this profession of stunt women. Okay. So why would she expect that, oh, I will be selected? You understand? So expect is from heart or from mind, logic or emotion. Expect talks about logic or emotion. Tell me, people. Expect has connection with logic or emotion.
Emotions.
You
Logic, sir.
Logic.
two different answers. Kalpana says emotions. Zafri says logic. Very interesting. And as always, Zafri is, as usual, Zafri is right. Kalpana is not. Why is it that you choose the wrong answer all the time, Kalpana? What makes you choose the wrong option all the time? Do you not understand what I'm saying? She knew that she didn't know anything about the profession. So she didn't expect to get the job. Where is emotion involved in it? Did she want to get the job or not? Did she want to get the job, people? I'm asking. Did she want to get the job? Hey, guys, did she want to get the job? Hello, hello, hello,
Yes, sir.
hello.
That's why. Yes, sir. That's why she
No, sir.
went for the audition.
That's why she did the audition. Why would she do that audition if she didn't want the job? She wanted, but she didn't expect to get the job. Why didn't she expect? Because she knew she didn't know much about it. Okay, so guys, you took an exam and you did not actually answer more than 80% of the questions. You did not answer. Okay, you couldn't answer. Would you expect to pass the exam if the passing marks are 40%, 50%, 60%? Would you expect to pass? Okay, Sumit, thank you for letting me know. This communication is important so that I do not ask you questions. People should use their common sense. Sumit has just informed me that he's got a noisy background there. There is a barat passing by and it's very noisy, and he's not able to hear me very well. So why did he communicate this to me? So that I don't ask him a question and think he's not paying attention or he doesn't understand, because he can't hear me and he can't do anything about this, right? So he just conveyed it to me. I mean, is it too much to do this, guys, for you, for the rest of you? This is common sense. I didn't ask him. He decided maybe sir will expect that, okay, I'm listening, so he will ask me a question. And if I fail to answer, he will think that I'm not paying attention or I don't understand. But the fact of the matter is, I just can't hear him because of this noise. So he just let me know. Thank you, Sumit. Thank you very much. Okay. So, Arish, why were you off camera and why were you not responding?
Sir, I was not able to respond because of my network issue. I was responding you, but somehow you could not hear me.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Okay, happens sometimes. So, what did you do
Yeah.
to solve it?
Just I changed my place.
Okay, fine. All right. So, guys, understand, sometimes people misconfuse the word expect and hope. Okay. Sometimes they confuse the two words, expect and hope. The difference between expect and hope is you hope for good things, right? There is emotion attached to it. No matter how badly you did in your exam, but you still hope to pass somehow. You hope that you pass somehow, okay? So, hope is hoping for something good. You hope for something good, but expect is logical, okay? You don't expect to pass if you're not studying, but you still hope that. That's another thing. So, hope is emotion and expect is logic. If there is a reason for something, you will expect it to happen. If there is no reason for something, you will not expect it to happen. Got it? Our team is not very very good, so we don't expect to do well. Because our team is not great, we don't expect to do very well. because our team is not great. But we still hope to do well because it's our team and we will feel happy if our team did well. So we hope to do well, right? Now imagine a big, team is playing a match against a very weak team. Now the supporters of this weak team will not expect their team to win naturally, but they will still hope something happens, something miraculous happens, and they will win. That is what they will hope, right? So hope and expect are different. That was the point. Kalpana, how did you conclude that expect was about emotion when you read that because she knew nothing about the profession, she expected not to get the job? She didn't expect to get the job. So clearly, it's logic. I don't know, so I should not get the job. That's what she thought. She did not expect to get the job. But what happened? Sometimes, what happened? But they liked her. But they liked her. And here, when I say they, in English, this they is very useful, guys. We all understand who is this they, but we don't know exactly who. Who is this they? They refers to
Sir, the assessors who were taking
the
her
people
audition.
who did the audition, who were there to decide, the directors maybe, okay? So they liked her and she started the next day. Wow, what a coincidence. With no experience, sometimes they say, hey, you don't have experience, you will not get the job. And here they liked her so much that they asked her to just come to work the next day. She started the next day. She started the next day. In a more formal language, instead of the next day, the following day is used. Okay, what is used instead of the next day, guys? The following day. Sounds more formal. Sounds more formal. Okay, she started the following day. She started the next day. This is casual, that's why informal, so the next day is fine here. But if you want to sound more formal, instead of the next, what would you say? The following. Okay. Which celebrities has she worked with? Which celebrities has she worked with? She has doubled for many famous stars. Again, double as a verb in the previous text as well. We saw the same. She has doubled for many famous stars, including Charlize Theron. Okay. I don't know. I've never heard these names, guys. So I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing them correctly or not. Okay. Including Charlize Theron, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Tilda Swinton. So she has doubled for many famous stars, including these. This is what we were learning yesterday. We practiced this sentence, the pattern of including. She has doubled for many film stars, many famous stars, including these. For the action film Mad Max Fury Road, as Theron's double, okay. Which actress worked in Mad Max Fury Road? Answer?
Charlize
Theron, right? Because she's really
Charlize
written as
Theron.
Theron's double. Why would she be her double if she was not in the movie, right? For the action film Mad Max Fury Road, okay, as Theron's double, she had to shave her head. She had to shave her head
Save her head.
and spend 9 months in the Namibian desert. She had to shave her head. In India, especially in Hindu, community, when somebody passes away, somebody dies, then the relatives, the family members, they shave their heads. They shave their
Save
heads.
their head.
Yeah, right. I hope everybody knows, right? Shave her head. And she had to shave her head. She had to spend 9 months in the Namibian desert. I lived and breathed that film. I lived and breathed that film. This in phrase tells you that she was fully involved. Where was she? In Namibia, in Namibian desert, right? And she had to shave her head as well. She's saying, I lived and breathed that film. It means she was just playing a normal role like many people do, or she was very involved in it, very
It's
involved
very
in it.
involved.
It means so. I would say about myself, I lived and breathed English. I lived and breathed English because I know where I started as a Bihar Sharif boy, Hindi medium student, to come to the level where I have. I had to live and breathe English. And I did it with a lot of interest. I lived and breathed English. So whenever you say I lived and breathed something, it means you are very passionate about it, you are very involved in it, or you just took it as an ordinary normal job. It
Sir,
shows your
I
strong
I
passion.
lived and breathed.
Yes.
I lived and breathed those 5 days of my interview. And
Yeah, lived and breathed. Okay, lived and
breathe,
breathed. Yeah,
breathe.
breathed. Yeah. Okay. I lived and breathed that film, she says. She had to run alongside a moving truck. She had to run alongside a moving truck.
Moving from
She had to run alongside a moving truck and fall under its wheels. Think of this, how difficult it sounds. She had to run alongside a moving truck, alongside. Do you understand this preposition now? She had to run alongside a moving truck. A truck is moving, she's running side by side, side by side. She had to run alongside a moving truck and fall under its wheels, all in a day's work. All in a day's work. She had to run alongside a moving truck and fall under its wheels. So now think about it. What kind of life these people have, all in a day's work. It is just part of her job there. Yeah. She met her stuntman husband Dane on that film. So this is where she met her husband. Now she says she lived and breathed that film. Yeah, of course, she was totally, involved, passionate about what she was doing there. She met her. This shows involvement, passion, interest. This phrase, live and breathe something. If you live and breathe something, it means you're not doing it just like other people do it. You're doing it with extra passion, extra involvement, yeah, extra craziness. Yeah, live and breathe something. She met her stuntman husband Dane on that film. How do stunt doubles prepare for a film? The same question. Obviously, they have to keep fit. No need to explain. Everybody can understand. If you are a stunt person, you have to keep fit. They often train in martial arts. They train in martial arts. Okay. They train in martial arts. Okay.
martial art.
Learn the preposition. This preposition is important. They train in martial arts, such as judo and karate. They often train in martial arts. Now, I will make use it as an adjective. Okay? He is trained in martial arts. He is trained in martial arts. Trained as an adjective, V3. Break, broken. All right? Confused. The third form works as an adjective. Confused faces. Tired body language. Tired students. Similarly, trained is an adjective. He is trained in martial arts. It means he knows martial arts well, okay? He's trained in martial arts, okay? They often train in martial arts such as judo and karate. But as Dinah says, you have to learn different skills for different films. So she often trains. Okay, most stunt people have to train in martial arts such as judo and karate, but that's not enough. You have to learn different skills for different films. Different skills for different films. Yeah.
Well,
Nobody's expecting the Pakistani team to do well, Zafri. Maybe they are expecting well. They are expecting to do well. Maybe I don't know, but they're. I mean, even our team. I have my own reservations against our team as well. Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, all of these guys. We have a we have three one day matches to play before the Champions Trophy against England, I think. Um, they're starting maybe in a couple of days. I don't know. Anybody is aware? We have a three-match series against England, and these guys will get some chance, some opportunities to get their form back. Because they have come back from a very bad series. Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma in the Test series against Australia, they flopped really badly. So don't know. And we have heard so much, not very good news about Rohit Sharma complaining about Sunil Gavaskar and all these things, and all these things happening outside a cricket field. Sometimes affects the players performance really badly. So I don't know. Means I would like to see how they do in this Test series. If they do well, then why not? Yeah, of course we will be cheering for our team in the Champions Trophy. Okay, let's see. Where were we? They often have to learn different skills for different films. For the adventure film Hercules, adventure film, okay, adventure. Adventure is a noun. And for the adventure film Hercules, here it is working as an adjective, it's a compound noun. Okay, adventure film. Comedy film, okay. So comedy itself is a noun as well, but like mango tree, like a computer table, these are compound nouns in English. We have two nouns back to back. you know Similarly, adventure film, an adventure film. Okay, so adventure is a noun, but it is working as an adjective here, adventure film. Okay, adventurous describes people. Okay, adventurous, he is very adventurous. Okay, but an adventure film. For the adventure film Hercules, she had to learn archery. Archery, you guys understand? There is an arrow, there is a bow. Yeah, archery. She had to learn archery and chariot driving. Chariot, a cart, pulled by horses, a chariot. Do you want to see a few pictures of a chariot, maybe? Give me a second. A, a cart pulled by horses. Nah, it's more like a rath, okay? A chariot. Why is my internet so slow? Or is it my computer? Okay, see, these are chariots.
This is Rath.
Yeah, exactly. A chariot.
Or in Rajgir, Tum like.
A horse cart.
Yeah.
Okay. A chariot is a vehicle that is usually pulled by horses and has two or four horses. Has two or four
Four.
horses.
4 hours.
Yeah. That's why it is different from a horse cart, which normally has one horse.
1 hour.
Yeah. Okay. So she had to learn archery and chariot driving. For which film did she have to learn archery and chariot driving?
For the film Hercules.
For Hercules. Okay. What kind of movie was Hercules?
Adventurous.
It was an
Film. It was an adventure film.
adventure film. Okay. Can you form the question? I'm giving you the answer. The answer is for the adventure film Hercules. This is the answer. What's the question?
What?
Start with which film?
What she had to.
No. You're getting it all wrong. Because the answer is for the adventure film Hercules. This is the answer. So the question will start with which film?
Force C had to learn archery and chariot driving.
Okay, a little bit correction needed, I guess. Can you repeat? Which film? The answer is
She learned
for
the
the film Hercules. Everybody, this is the answer. Form a question which will give you this answer. For the adventure film Hercules, form a question to go with this answer. The answer is for the adventure film Hercules. What's the question? Which film? Go ahead.
She, which film she learned archery and career driving?
Good, good. But again, you are not following the grammar here. Okay, we understand. You're fine. We understand your meaning. Okay, you're fine. You're just missing the grammar, nothing else. Okay, your sentence is understandable. It is fine, no problems. But it's just missing the grammar.
If we add for in front of the which, in front of which,
No,
ahead
that's
of
not
which,
the that is a preposition mistake. I'm not saying a preposition mistake. I'm saying grammar. Okay, I'm saying grammar. I'm not saying preposition mistake. Which film? She, you can't start. You can't say she. Okay, you have to say did she. Understand? That's the grammar.
okay,
For which film?
did she
Did
learn
she? Did
archery?
she learn or did she have to learn? Either, no problems. For which film? Which film did she have to learn? Did she learn to did she learn? Did she have to learn archery and chariot driving for? Which film did she have to learn archery and chariot driving for? And the answer is for the adventure film Hercules. Got it, everybody? So form questions. And Sumit, notice that I said you did not follow the grammar only. Okay,
Yeah,
and the grammar
I got
tells
it
you
now.
that you need to change she had into did she have to. This is grammar. Understand? English grammar. That's why I clearly told you, categorically told you, it is a grammar mistake. Not, I understood what you said. It was fine, absolutely. People would understand you. For communication, there would be no problems. But the sentence was not grammatically correct. Got it?
Yes, sir.
She had to learn archery and chariot driving. Another part of the preparation for the stunt double is another part of the preparation for the stunt double is to train the actor. So it is not just that the stunt double has to, learn different skills. There is another thing that they need to do. And what is that? They need to
They had
train the
also
actor.
to,
They have to train the actor. They need to train the actor. Another part of the preparation for the stunt double is to train the actor. Sometimes they work together 12 hours a day. Sometimes they have to work together 12 hours a day. The preparation for a role can be difficult if there is not a lot of time. The preparation for a role can be difficult if there isn't a lot of time, and they have to crash diet. Okay, these are some of the challenges, right? What are the challenges a stunt double has to face? Well, they need to learn. They can never relax that, okay, I'm done. They need to learn different skills. They need to upgrade their skill sets, for new films, for different films. So she was doing fine, and then there came a movie called Hercules. And for this film, she had to learn two new skills, archery and chariot driving. And one more challenge they have most of the time is they need to train the actors as well for the scenes, for the stunt scenes. They need to train the actor, and they need to work 12 hours a day sometimes together. So it is also necessary that they get on very well, because if they don't get on very well, it will be torture to work with somebody you don't like. And sometimes they have to do things fast. They don't have enough time. This makes the preparation rather challenging, more difficult. The preparation for a role can be difficult if there isn't a lot of time. They have to do it in a hurry. They have to crash diet. What is that? Suddenly they have to lose weight. Suddenly they have to gain weight. Okay, so like suddenly, when I'm saying, I mean in a very short period of time, in a short while, they have to lose a lot of weight sometimes. Sometimes they have to gain a lot of weight as well. They have to crash diet. Now, this can be difficult for your body, right? Like if you are a 75 or 80 kilo person, and then you have to crash diet to be like say 10 kilos less, in like 15 days, 20 days, 1 month, then losing 10 kilos in 1 month is not going to be easy, right? You have to do a lot. They have to crash diet. So I hope you understand the idea of crash dieting, you know,
yes, sir.
losing
Sir,
all
another,
weight very
I have a
quickly.
question.
Mm.
So another part of the preparation for the stunt double is to train the actor also. If we add also, then does it get would it get wrong in sense wise?
Okay. Okay. Yes. If you add the word also, then the sentence becomes wrong for this reason. Colloquially, no problems. Okay. When you're talking, nobody cares. Remember, everybody, I have to admit this. When people are talking, there are lots of unnecessary words that come out of our mouths. Okay. Sometimes we
And I
repeat
have this
words.
bad habit of saying also a lot of time.
I'll come to that. So writing and speaking are two different things. People are not so judgmental for your speaking. Like they understand it's not your first language. So here and there you can go slip a little bit. But when you're writing, especially in India, when you are doing an exam and you're writing something, you're expected to get it right. And in many exams, there they ask you to spot errors. Also, will be a big error there because this is the other part that we are not using also here, because also is used to add one more thing to the same thing here. So I can use the word also if I remove another part. They also need to prepare the stunt doubles to train the actor. I have said this. This is what they need to do. They also need to prepare the stunt doubles also need to prepare the actors. Okay, sorry. Let me rephrase it. The stunt doubles also need to train the actors. Now it's fine. The stunt doubles also need to train the actors. That's fine. But here you're saying another part of the preparation for the stunt double is to train the actor. What is the other part? Other than preparing themselves, they need to train the
Train the
actor.
actor as well.
Yeah. Sometimes they work together 12 hours a day. The preparation for a role can be difficult if there is not a lot of time and they have to crash diet. Has she been injured much? Asking about her experience. Dinah did once have a very serious accident. Now, this sentence is called an emphatic sentence in English, where you use the word did and you use it in a positive sentence with V1. Normally, you see V2. Dinah had a very serious accident. Dinah once had a very serious accident. This sounds more normal, right? But when you break down had into did and have, you use the auxiliary did in a positive sentence, it is called an emphatic sentence. It is used to put more emphasis. Dinah did once have a very serious accident. Dinah did once have a very serious accident. This was because of the shoes she was wearing. And why did this accident happen? It happened because
Because
of the
of the
shoes
shoes
she was wearing.
that she was wearing.
Okay. They were very slippery. The shoes were very slippery. Feminine shoes. What shoes? Feminine shoes.
Family
Shoes that girls wear. Shoes that women wear. Feminine shoes. She slipped and her head fell on a dagger. A dagger is a knife, bigger one, a dagger. Her head fell on a dagger. I was a bit of a mess, she says bravely. I was a bit of a mess. Okay. So when you learn a language, these are the expressions that trouble a lot of learners who are learning through grammar, rules, vocabulary, books. But then there are those who learn through exposure. They don't struggle much. I was a bit of a mess. Okay, it's a vague way of saying that it was a very bad accident. It was a very bad accident. I was a bit of a mess. Okay, a bit is a softener. A bit. Okay, I'm a bit busy. Why does somebody say I'm a bit busy when you want to talk to them and they can't talk to you? Okay, for example, you call me and say, "Can I talk to you for a few minutes? Can I talk to you, sir, a little?" You also use a softener there. Can I talk to you for a little, for a short while, for a few minutes? Can I have a word with you? So you ask me, and I say, I'm a bit busy right now. Can we talk later? So when I say I'm a bit busy, I'm not actually a bit busy. I'm very busy. So busy that I'm refusing to talk to you. But still, I'm using the phrase a bit. Why? Because it sounds better, more polite. So words and phrases that we use to soften our tone, to to sound more polite. They are called softeners. They should not be taken literally. So here I was a bit of a
Say somebody.
say to somebody. Hmm?
I talk to you for a while. It means
For a while means for a long time. For a long time.
I
For a short while. For a short while. Can I talk to you for a short while? Can I talk to you for a second? Okay. Can I talk to you for a moment? These things sound better. Okay. So, guys, I was a bit of a mess. This a bit is just a softener. Okay. I was a mess. I was a mess. So, if somebody is a mess, a place is a mess, it is in a good order, it is in a bad condition. Tell me. It is in a bad condition. If a person
Bad
is a
condition.
mess, if a place is a mess, then you can say it is in a bad condition. Okay. Now, I was a bit of a mess. Okay. She says bravely. So, this is all she says. I was a bit of a mess. थोड़ा मामला गड़बड़ा गया था. थोड़ा मामला थोड़ा मामला गड़बड़ा गया था. Now, think about this line in Hindi. I was a bit of a mess. I wish I could use Spanish and Italian to tell them exactly, how it should sound in their language. Try and say I was a mess, okay, and try and add a softener in your language so that it doesn't sound that bad. Okay, she says bravely. Final word. Dinah knows it's an unusual career. Not carrier, everybody. Okay, career. Dinah knows it's an unusual career. Dinah knows it's an unusual career, but she loves it. It's an unusual career for women, but she loves it. Her son came back from school one day and said, I've just realized you're not a normal mom. I've just realized you're not a normal mom. Most moms drink tea and sit on the couch and watch TV. You jump off buildings and set yourself on fire. You jump off buildings. Okay, you jump off buildings. Do you understand what it means? You jump off buildings? You are
Yes.
at the top of the building and you jump off them. Okay, you fall off a horse, you fall off a bike. Okay, off shows separation. OFF shows separation. You jump off buildings and set yourself on fire. So that was the text, guys. We had question answers. I'm going to put you guys in the breakout. Oh, we have already done it, actually. You've already asked and answered the questions with each other. Okay, so now we are moving on to the listening section, listening part, a stuntman's story. So we are going to listen to a stuntman called Andy Lambert, okay, and he's talking to his friend Justin about being a stuntman. So Andy Lambert is the stuntman, and he's talking to his friend Justin. And what are they talking about? Andy is telling him about being a stuntman. Okay. So the topic of the conversation is Andy's job. Okay. What are his answers to the questions in the articles? Okay. So I mean, these are very common questions that you want to ask a stuntman, a stuntwoman. How did you become a stuntman? Right. And then which celebrities have you worked with? And then how do stunt doubles prepare for a film? Different people will give you different answers, maybe. Have you ever been injured really badly? So these are some very common questions that you can ask a stunt person, right? A stunt double. So shall we listen to this man, Andy Lambert, everybody, talking to Justin? And you have to find the answer to these questions for Andy now. You see, these questions, they all have their own answers. They all have their own answers, right? Like Dinah has her own answers. How she became a stunt woman. Let's have a little discussion. So how did Dinah become a stunt woman? How did Dinah become a stunt woman? Her friends asked her to audition.
Yeah.
Friends who were stuntmen, they asked her to audition, perhaps because they knew her passion for adventure. She was a very keen horse rider. She was a good gymnast, right? So they just maybe said, you should try it. She didn't go there with a big expectation because she knew nothing about the job. But somehow they still liked her and she got the job. She started the next day. Easy, simple language, guys. Now, what is the answer to the same answer, to the same question for this girl? What is her name?
Amanda Foster.
Amanda. Amanda Foster? Amanda Foster. How did she become a stunt woman? How did she
Since her
become a stunt woman?
childhood, she was sporty, and when she got to hear this that there is a lack of black stunt women, so she got
Right.
inspired through it that let's become the first stunt woman. And she was a sporty since her childhood, so she decided to do it.
Actually, Amanda had a very bad childhood, difficult childhood. She was a mother of 3 children by the time she was 21. The good thing was that she was sporty, right? And she worked as a film extra. So, because she was somehow connected to the film industry, so when she found out that there were no black British, stunt women, then she thought, okay, she was British, she was black. She thought, why can't I be the first one? So she decided to be a stunt woman. So they both have their stories. Now, what is Andy's story? You're going to find out listening to Andy. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to play the audio. Feel free to take notes, guys. When you're listening, it's not easy to remember all the information. So a word here, a word there, can help you remember what you're listening to. So you're totally, allowed to just make notes, write down a couple of words that you're listening, that words which will help you. Okay. But don't write full sentences. Don't just start. Okay. If writing takes your mind off listening, don't write. If you can handle both the things simultaneously, then fine. And mature students, university students are good at making notes because their professors, when they give lectures in class, students don't have time to sit and listen. They have to listen and write simultaneously. So they develop this skill. But unfortunately, the condition of our higher education, how we do our graduation. And that's the reason where majority of students fail to take notes. Well. So I'm gonna play, right? Okay. Yeah. Which audio file is it? 8.8.
Andy Lambert, a stuntman's story.
Andy, I've often wondered and never asked, how did you become a stuntman?
Well, I first thought about it when I was at school. I always loved sports, all sports. Athletics, swimming, even pole vaulting, anything and everything. And I loved climbing trees too, so I thought, I'd like to be a stuntman.
Really? You actually had the idea at school? It's not a job many people think of.
Well, I did. But then I thought that the people doing it had to be very special in some way, so it couldn't be me. But eventually, when I was 29, I had the courage and got started. 29 is quite late for a stuntman.
So, what were the first jobs you did?
Well, I worked as a film extra at first on some TV dramas. I was the person sat at the bar, or just one of the crowd. But at the same time, I worked at other skills. You have to do that. Horse riding, high diving, and martial arts, of course. I did judo competitions, and I built a portfolio of photographs of myself.
You really planned it carefully then.
Yeah, I was keen. And finally, I got my first job. It was on a film called Onegin, a Russian romantic drama with Ralph Fiennes. I was doubling for Toby Stevens, Maggie Smith's son.
Oh, yeah? Then what?
Well, after that, I got work on a Bond film, one with Pierce Brosnan, when he comes crashing through a restaurant window in a speedboat. That was me.
I saw the film. I didn't recognise you.
Oh, that's good. You're not meant to.
I know. So, how do you prepare for a film like that?
First, you have to talk through the stunts with the director. So, for example, if you're going to fall out of a window, you have to talk about how he or she wants you to move in the air and land, hit the ground, you know.
Whoa, Andy, it sounds so dangerous. Have you ever been injured?
Not too much. I'm lucky. Just a few bumps and bruises. But a lot of stuntmen and women do get injured. Sprained ankles, broken arms and legs and the like. If you think about it, if you have to fall off a horse, say, 10 or 12 times in one day, you're not going to feel great.
I'm laughing, but...
Actually, there was another injury.
What was that?
Well, I was going to do a really big film. In Greece, it was Captain Corelli's Mandolin with Nicolas Cage. And then, just before I had to leave, I sprained my ankle.
Oh, what a shame. How did you do that?
Well, I was running in my local park and I fell. Can you believe it?
You're kidding. You don't do much stunt work now, do you?
No, I don't. I haven't done much since I married and had kids. My wife was pleased when I stopped. But my sons love to hear about when Dad was a stuntman. I still love a bit of danger in my life.
OK, how about a game of squash with me now? That's enough danger for me.
So do you think you have a little bit of an answer
8.8.
ready? You know, maybe not with a lot of details, but do you have an answer ready for these questions? How did he start? How did he become a stuntman? His story is different, right? So I want to give you guys a chance to talk to each other, okay, in the breakout room. Two people there sharing their ideas, what they heard. And maybe I should put the audio file in the group as well. Or shall I play it one more time before I put you there? Twice, listening twice will help you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Guys,
Yeah.
listen one more time and prepare yourself well. Again, no pressure. Whatever you can catch, don't think you should understand everything. You should understand the main ideas, okay? You will not understand a lot of words and phrases, which is fine totally. We are going to do that in the second round where I will explain each and every word, every sentence of the audio. But first, you guys try and understand the gist of the matter. Okay? Broadly what the person is saying there. Got it?
Yes.
So pay full attention. I'm playing the audio again, and then I will open the breakout room. So listen carefully, guys.
Andy Lambert, a stuntman story.
Andy, I've often wondered and never asked, how did you become a stuntman?
Well, I first thought about it when I was at school. I always loved sports, all sports. Athletics, swimming, even pole vaulting, anything and everything. And I loved climbing trees too, so I thought, I'd like to be a stuntman.
Really? You actually had the idea at school? It's not a job many people think of.
Well, I did. But then I thought that the people doing it had to be very special in some way, so it couldn't be me. But eventually, when I was 29, I had the courage and got started. 29 is quite late for a stuntman.
So, what were the first jobs you did?
Well, I worked as a film extra at first on some TV dramas. I was the person sat at the bar, or just one of the crowd. But at the same time, I worked at other skills. You have to do that. Horse riding, high diving, and martial arts, of course. I did judo competitions, and I built a portfolio of photographs of myself.
You really planned it carefully then.
Yeah, I was keen. And finally, I got my first job. It was on a film called Onegin, a Russian romantic drama with Ralph Fiennes. I was doubling for Toby Stevens, Maggie Smith's son.
Oh, yeah? Then what?
Well, after that, I got work on a Bond film, one with Pierce Brosnan. When he comes crashing through a restaurant window in a speedboat? That was me.
I saw the film. I didn't recognise you.
Oh, that's good. You're not meant to.
I know. So, how do you prepare for a film like that?
First, you have to talk through the stunts with the director. So, for example, if you're going to fall out of a window, you have to talk about how he or she wants you to move in the air and land, hit the ground, you know.
Whoa, Andy, it sounds so dangerous. Have you ever been injured?
Not too much. I'm lucky. Just a few bumps and bruises. But a lot of stuntmen and women do get injured. Sprained ankles, broken arms and legs and the like. If you think about it, if you have to fall off a horse, say, 10 or 12 times in one day, you're not going to feel great.
I'm laughing, but...
Actually, there was another injury.
What was that?
Well, I was going to do a really big film. In Greece, it was Captain Corelli's Mandolin with Nicolas Cage. And then, just before I had to leave, I sprained my ankle.
Oh, what a shame. How did you do that?
Well, I was running in my local park and I fell. Can you believe it?
You're kidding. You don't do much stunt work now, do you?
No, I don't. I haven't done much since I married and had kids. My wife was pleased when I stopped. But my sons love to hear about when Dad was a stuntman. I still love a bit of danger in my life.
OK, how about a game of squash with me now? That's enough danger for me.
A game of squash. Guys, shall I put the audio script in front of you and play it once, maybe? So that you
Sir,
can
just
feel more
can you
comfortable?
give me some examples or sentences of including eventually in them?
I will help you with everything. Don't worry. Okay?
I understand, fortunately, but
Mm-hmm.
I think
Eventually means finally. Okay? In the end. Eventually. Eventually means in the end. Okay. See, guys, you have the audio script on your screen. I'm gonna play it one more time with the audio script in front of you so that, again, my point is that when you are in the breakout room, you have a little conversation. Let's listen again, the third time. Okay? I'm very generous, very kind. Okay? These are the days you should remember, guys.
8.8 Andy Lambert, a stuntman's story.
Andy, I've often wondered, and never asked, how did you become a stuntman?
Well, I first thought about it when I was at school. I always loved sports, all sports. Athletics, swimming, even pole vaulting, anything and everything. And I loved climbing trees too, so I thought, I'd like to be a stuntman.
Really? You actually had the idea at school? It's not a job many people think of.
Well, I did. But then I thought that the people doing it had to be very special in some way, so it couldn't be me. But eventually, when I was 29, I had the courage and got started. 29 is quite late for a stuntman.
So, what were the first jobs you did?
Well, I worked as a film extra at first on some TV dramas. I was the person sat at the bar, or just one of the crowd. But at the same time, I worked at other skills. You have to do that. Horse riding, high diving, and martial arts, of course. I did judo competitions, and I built a portfolio of photographs of myself.
You really planned it carefully then.
Yeah, I was keen. And finally, I got my first job. It was on a film called Onegin, a Russian romantic drama with Ralph Fiennes. I was doubling for Toby Stevens, Maggie Smith's son.
Oh, yeah? Then what?
Well, after that, I got work on a Bond film, one with Pierce Brosnan. When he comes crashing through a restaurant window in a speedboat? That was me.
I saw the film. I didn't recognise you.
Oh, that's good. You're not meant to.
I know. So, how do you prepare for a film like that?
First, you have to talk through the stunts with the director. So, for example, if you're going to fall out of a window, you have to talk about how he or she wants you to move in the air and land. Hit the ground, you know.
Whoa, Andy, it sounds so dangerous. Have you ever been injured?
Not too much. I'm lucky. Just a few bumps and bruises. But a lot of stuntmen and women do get injured. Sprained ankles, broken arms and legs and the like. If you think about it, if you have to fall off a horse, say, 10 or 12 times in one day, you're not going to feel great.
I'm laughing, but...
Actually, there was another injury.
What was that?
Well, I was going to do a really big film. In Greece, it was Captain Corelli's Mandolin with Nicolas Cage. And then, just before I had to leave, I sprained my ankle.
Oh, what a shame. How did you do that?
Well, I was running in my local park and I fell. Can you believe it?
You're kidding. You don't do much stunt work now, do you?
No, I don't. I haven't done much since I married and had kids. My wife was pleased when I stopped. But my sons love to hear about when Dad was a stuntman. I still love a bit of danger in my life.
OK, how about a game of squash with me now? That's enough danger for me.
So the breakout rooms are ready. I'm opening, guys. Go there and have a little chit chat, okay, about this person. The same questions. How did he get started? Okay. How does he prepare? Which actors has he worked for? And whatever you can remember, you can recall from what you heard, okay? Don't put yourself under pressure. Just make sure that you're having a natural conversation with your partner. It should not appear as if you are doing like this. Have a normal conversation, okay? Yeah. Shall I open the rooms? Go ahead, guys. Join the rooms. Come, join. Come on, Rosanna. Join. Earphones. Still join. Still join. Rosanna, why are you not joining? Let me do another thing. And Zafri, you go to room number 2. Join them. Okay, this is better.
Sir, please join me again. I was out.
No, has he had? Has he had? Has he had? Don't forget to bring your help. Hey guys, I think you had a good conversation there in the breakout room. And because it is time, so we have to kind of end. And we'll continue. I've shared the audio file with you all. You can listen to it multiple times, try and understand what you can on your own. And for all that part, all those parts that are too difficult, I'll explain them tomorrow. Okay? Fine. Shall we wrap up for today? Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye
Yes.
bye.
Bye,
Bye.
sir.
Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Good night, sir.